What's up, champ? Today is day 15 of the 30-day motivated seller challenge, aka the Flipathon. Once again, today I'm not doing anything. I'm taking the day off. I'm actually at the library with my kids. I'm spending the time with the kids versus doing some hustles. I already got a few bikes, but maybe after I drop off the kids home after the library, I do have a couple of deals I can go pick up. So I might go pick up 2 deals. Nothing special. They're just one basers. Nothing big to brag about. So that's probably what I'll do today. I'll hang out at the library while the kids are having fun. I'll do some video editing, video uploading for the previous days for the Flipathon. And I'll make some new videos for you guys regarding what's going on in the economy. And then once that's done, we'll probably just head to the park, the water park, then drop the kids off. Maybe like around 6, 7 o'clock. When it gets a little bit, the sun goes down, I'll go ahead and pick up those bikes. I don't like picking up bikes at nighttime because I can't document it, I can't see. But sometimes you just got to do what you do. I'm gonna pick these bikes up for pretty dirt cheap. One bike I'm picking up for $50. It sells at REI for like $300 and almost $400. So I figured, I'm not gonna lose too much. I looked at the pictures. The bike looked in pretty good shape, and it's just down the street from me. So it's not. I don't have to drive that far. Maybe like 12 miles round trip, which is not bad at all. If you guys been following my Flipathon, I've gone 30 miles plus one way, right? So to do a deal. So this is the update. I do still have 4 bikes. Yesterday I flipped one for $440, and I was pretty happy. There's people that want to buy my bike, but it's not the price that I want to let it go for, because I've been experimenting with a new thing called OBO, or best offer. In my book, I talk about being a haggle-free flipper. Okay, know what you want. Like on deals, I'm looking for a minimum of 3x, which is 300%. That means I put 100 in, I make 300. That's the minimum that I'm looking for. Okay. So I just flip the bikes for 3x, unless I know for a fact it's worth 10x, then I can do a 7x to go for warp speed. Okay, but normally I'm a no haggle. But recently in this Flipathon, I just decided to just do a new tactic that I know about called BOB, or best offer. And believe it or not, for every bike I am getting at least 30 to 37, almost 40% more than my haggle-free price. Because on my haggle-free price, I just price it below fair market value, and I'm firm with it. I won't negotiate. I only deal with buyers. I won't pay with my asking price. And I've been doing that since day one. That's what I have in my book. But the cool thing is, when you get the course, you also get the updates on the Facebook groups, and where I'm talking about the OBO, or best offer. So now I'm putting the property, the bicycles, at the fair market value, maybe a little bit more, and then through haggling, I'm still able to sell the bikes for more than what I was going to get for it at the haggle-free price. Okay, again, anywhere from 30 to 40% more, which is a lot. For example, a bike that I normally flip for $250, the other day I got $350, right? Which was like almost $100 more, just because I did or better best offer. Another example is like a bike that I flipped for $200. I got $240 for it. No, $250 for it. So that was $50 more. So that's like 30-something%, right? So I'm getting more money by doing that. But the disadvantage is with the BOB is that there's more waiting time. I like to sell my bikes in warp speed. That means that I buy a real good bike, I price it way below fair market value, and there's people just like boom, 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 and I can sell it in warp speed. Usually that means in 1 or 2 days. With this better offer, or best offer, it's taking me, roughly about 3 to 7 days to sell a bike. So it's a slower process, but I'm getting more money out of it. So I don't know, so I'm experiencing with it. Personally, I think I'm going to go back to what I talk about in my book, haggle free, or do a hybrid. And that's what I've been practicing right now, which is a hybrid. And what the hybrid is, for the first 3 or 4 days, I'll do the best offer. Like I'll try to put it as high as possible. And sometimes I sell it in 2 or 3 days, right? But if I don't sell it in 3 days, then I'll go ahead and erase my original price and I'll put it way below my haggle-free price. And then in the ad, I'll say the price is firm. You know, I won't negotiate anymore, right? Now, so I'm doing a hybrid, testing that out because I don't like to give the best offer. Even though you make more money, there's a lot more waiting time for the deal to go through, right? And I like the velocity of money, which means I like to put 100 in, get 300 out real quick, and then put 100 in, get 300 out, put 100 in, get 300 out. In reality, what I do is I put 100 in, get 300 out, deploy all 300 and buy 3 bikes, sell those bikes, and then get 600, let's say, deploy the 600 and just roll the whole money over and over, plus fast selling, which is what I call velocity of money, okay, for me, in my terms. So I like to do that versus the best offer, which means I can get 30% more, 40% more. However, I gotta wait. Sometimes it may be a week. I haven't waited more than a week because, you know, I like to sell my stuff fast. So after 3 days, I'm doing the hybrid, which is like haggle-free, below market price. Now, the thing with the haggle-free, there's disadvantages too and advantages. Like if you don't know the market of the bikes, if you don't know the market of the property, let's say you're talking about real estate, you don't know the zip code, you're not an expert in that area. I'm not talking about doing a CMA by a realtor. I'm talking about you're an expert. You know exactly what things go for because this is your farm area, right? So if that's not your farm area and you think you're putting a haggle-free and you don't price it correctly, well, then it's going to sit. It's not going to work. Haggle-free only works is this is the fair market value. Okay, a lot of people are putting it above, but the haggle-free is below the fair market value, significant below, not this much, but this much below, right? But I'm buying the bikes down here, so I still have a lot of room, right? So that's the haggle-free. And the haggle-free, the advantage is it moves like hotcakes if you price it right. The disadvantage is you get less money because here's the fair market value and you put in the haggle-free, so you're missing this much, right? The question is, which one matters to you more? Leave a comment below. Do you want a fast velocity of your money, or do you want more profits? I mean, there's nothing wrong. I know guys that are in the new flip Facebook groups, and they'll sit on the bike for a month or two because they want to get maximum price. Like for example, this is the fair market, and they have a good bike. They know they can get above fair market. There are bikes that you can get above fair market, right? But you're just gonna have to wait. Sometimes you're gonna have to wait 3 months, 4 months for that one special buyer that really likes that bike, loves that bike. So, you know, there are bike flippers that do that. You know, this is the fair market. They'll sell it right at the fair market, or they'll sell it above the fair market, but they're just gonna have to wait 3 months, 6 months, maybe years, you know, for that right buyer. And there's always that right buyer. The only thing is the time. The time is going to be prolonged. If you price the property below the fair market value, it'll get swapping up. It doesn't matter if you're talking about flipping bikes or if you're talking about flipping real estate. And when I mean flipping real estate, I mean all aspects of real estate. I'm a buy and hold guy. So when I buy the property and I put it on the market on the rental property, if I price my property below the fair market value, I can get it taken up. If I put it at the fair market value, I might have to wait a month or two, right? So I have to pay that vacancy. If I put it above the, you know, there's going to be some guy that's going to want it, but I'm going to have to wait more than a month or two. So this is why I created the new flip, because you can see that learning how to flip bicycles is exactly the same skills, the same theory, the same mindset, the same everything. The only difference is that you're not have to get into debt, hundreds of millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. You don't have to use thousands of your own savings. All you need to start this game, the smart game, the new flip, is $50 to $150, somewhere between there. You can start flipping bicycles and growing your money. This is not financial advice, and there's a risk that you can lose your money, just like any other business out there, guys. I don't have the magic. You will lose your $50 if you buy a dud bike, right? If you buy a crappy bike. Same thing if you buy a fix and flipper house and it's a bad deal, you'll lose your money. You'll lose hundreds and thousands of dollars and hours, and you might have to file bankruptcy. Well, at least in the bike, if you make a mistake, you're only going to lose the $50 or the $100 or the $150. You're not going to have to file bankruptcy, guys, right? And this is one of the primary reasons I created a new flip, because I want you to win in real estate. It doesn't matter if you're an expert, if you're mid-level, if you're a rookie, right? There are things that we may know. For example, the mistakes that I've made. One of the mistakes that I made is like when I see a good property that's priced right, there's no reason to negotiate it, right? I've done videos about this. I have books. I have my books in there, in the new flip, in my real estate negotiation. But sometimes I make the same exact mistake, because, I get greedy. And it's good to do the new flip, because it reinforces what I've already learned. So when I see a real estate deal where I'm going to make 100, I'm going to make $1 million, I'm going to make 300, I'm not going to be greedy, because I know, I've already touched that stuff. I already made that mistake of being super greedy, right? If the property's priced right, there's no reason to beat up the seller. There's no reason to negotiate. Just let's sign the deal, because there's 50 other guys going to beat that seller up. Even the fair market is here, and the poor seller has priced it below. There's no reason to negotiate anymore. If it's a good deal, just shake it on. Give the guy a free meal ticket, because I'm going to pick it up and no one else. So these are the important lessons that you can learn from flipping bikes, and then translate it into real estate, translate it into anything in life, in your personal life, and the next till you die, guys, in the story. Because the skills that I'm teaching you, the art of motivated sellers, you can buy ATVs, RVs, land, commercial, residential real estate. You can buy cars. I've gotten a Tesla. I mean, anything you can imagine, guys. I've used the skills in buying trailers for my moving company, box trucks for my moving company. I've used these skills to buy jet skis, buy, just fun things. Everything you can imagine, guys, because there's always motivated sellers. Doesn't matter what sector you're talking about. If you're talking about real estate, or if you're talking about bicycles, or if you're talking about motorcycles, just knowing how to find the motivated sellers, creating a copy and paste system, learning how to filter them, learning how to inspect, learning how to negotiate, all that stuff is in the link below. Get it right now, because I'm going to increase the price, because inflation is just going up, guys. You see what the Fed is doing. So I'm going to be raising the price up. Right now, you can get my course at a flash sale for $200. It retails for $1,500, and the flash sale is going to increase in price, because just cost of living, guys. I wish I didn't have to do that, but things are just getting more and more expensive, as I told you guys, okay? So if you want to make more money, okay, or you want to start your own business, or you want to have a side hustle, or you want to have a full-fledged business where you can make the sky's your limit, the new flip, the bicycle industry is $1 billion industry. Not only can you make a lot of money in the bicycle business, not only can you take it to anywhere you dream of, you can take the skills and come into real estate with it, including the free cash you made from the new flip, guys. All right, so don't take no for an answer. If you have any questions, comment, leave it below. This is the 30-day Motivated Seller Challenge. This is day 15, the Flipathon, and much love for you.